My name is Pauline Ugalde, and I'm an artisan at Blue Forge Press and Blue Forge Sound. My open mic presentation for May 2026 will discuss the camera in the written version of Thesis, my first novella, and its episodic audio adaptation, which at time of recording is in pre-production right now. When I refer to the camera as a character, I'm referring to both the first-person point of view and how it's used, and the prominence of the camera as an object in the narrative. Not just that it enables the plot, but that its presence is a source of conflict. I'm going to discuss the inspirations for the camera as a character existing, and how I manifested this trait of the story in both the novella and the promotional shorts for the audio adaptation on Blue Forge Films' YouTube channel. Regarding my film inspirations, my primary one was the film Spree, released in 2020. The protagonist, Kirk Kunkel, is a failed YouTuber who jumped on every trend to become famous. However, in order to gain that fame in a short period of time, he takes on a job as a rideshare driver, and he both films his passengers and his interactions with them, and kills them, or at least tries to. Not only does he film for his personal gain, but other characters react to him filming them or change their behavior accordingly, knowing that they're being filmed. But the most important thing is that the dashcam itself is referred to in-universe by Kunkel himself and the characters, and Kunkel physically manipulates the camera multiple times. Because he is streaming his, spree killing, the screen life aspects of his YouTube live chat and interactions of viewers, including on the website formerly known as 4chan, give the camera extra importance. Not to mention the fact that there is a brief moment where the dash cam falls on the ground. Kunkel has to pick it up and reattach it, but it's upside down. The stylistic differences between Spree and Thesis, there's a lot of them, but the plot or character difference is that the main cast of Thesis are carrying around physical cameras that people react to a lesser extent than Kunkel, but they know that they're being filmed. But unlike Kirk Kunkel, they're not a jerk about it. They don't draw attention to themselves while filming, and they don't provoke reactions from people just to increase the spectacle of their footage. Not to mention that it's a more grounded setting, because they're not filming for the sake of gaining an audience, at least not for financial gain. In Thesis, characters film the entire time and accommodate risk. They can't negate it entirely, they know that, but they accommodate risk instead. At the same time, they don't compromise filming quality. I went out of my way to augment the first-hand experience I had with filming on handheld camera, not on smartphone cameras, when I was in college. By learning how, like, chest mounted or head mounted, like, body cams and stuff worked. And I made sure to mention the camera in narration even when not in use. Characters are checking on their cameras to make sure that they're positioned properly or that they're still functioning. They don't leave the camera behind whatsoever, even during action sequences. Characters make body cameras out of improvised materials. In fact, for most of Thesis, the protagonist, Emery, uses a body camera that they constructed from scrapped or destroyed equipment. And because of the advancements in large language models and generative AI that would have occurred both in the story and in real life, I had characters say and do things and alter their filming techniques to decrease the odds that people would think that their footage was fabricated in some way, even if doing so put themselves in greater danger, especially if what they did put themselves in greater danger, which is why they brought their camera along during action sequences. They essentially combined filmmaking expertise with filming historically important events. To conclude, I'm going to discuss the camera's presence in the audio adaptation of Thesis, or at least in the 3 promotional shorts. I collaborated with Maxwell DeMarco to integrate handheld camera Foley into the shorts, loud enough to be heard but not enough to intrude. Specifically, the camera's Foley occurred while the narration mentions characters manipulating the camera, for instance, creating certain shots, or while characters around the person or people filming did something interesting enough warranting being filmed. In particular, when someone filming zoomed in on an object or person of interest.